Deputy President, I rise tonight to speak about the ongoing scourge, the practice of police conducting strip searches in New South Wales. Ostensibly, these searches are conducted to detect and seize illegal drugs. It's increasingly clear, however, that strip searches are not an accurate or an effective method of policing the use of illicit substances. Additionally, the embarrassment, the violation of dignity and the trauma that strip searches can inflict on members of the public, particularly children and young people, make it hard to justify their continued use. There are many such cases and stories, but tonight I'll highlight two. The first is the story chronicled in the Sydney Morning Herald of an 18-year-old girl with the pseudonym Kate. Kate, who a year prior had experienced a sexual assault, was re-traumatised by the experience of a police strip search, which continues to cause psychological harm to her to this day. She likely has lifelong psychological injury from the search. No drugs were found on her, but nonetheless, Kate had her festival ticket confiscated by the police and she was ordered to leave the festival. The second is that of Raya Meredith, who was strip searched at the Splendour in the Grass Festival in 2018 and as part of a class action brought by the Redfern Legal Centre and Slater and Gordon. During the search, Raya was ordered to remove her tampon and a male police officer entered the private cubicle she was in while the search was taking place. Similarly, Raya was not carrying any drugs. The ways in which these experiences were humiliating and traumatising for these young women is self-evident. The harm to the community is even more egregious when the facts on the accuracy of these searches in detecting drugs is considered. According to Redfern Legal Centre and Harm Reduction Australia, between 2014 and 2023, New South Wales Police conducted 82,471 strip searches. Only 13% of those searches resulted in the discovery of illicit substances. Not only does this indicate the inefficacy of the practice, but that over 71,000 people were needlessly subjected to a humiliating strip search is ludicrous. Furthermore, charges for drug supply, that is carrying more than a personal use quantity of the drug, were only laid in 2.45% of cases of those found with drugs. Over 80,000 residents and visitors to New South Wales were strip searched, so that 200 to 300 people could be charged with more serious drug offences. In 2016 alone, less than 1% of all people strip searched were convicted of drug supply offences. Primarily children and young people in New South Wales are bearing the brunt of the disruption, the shame and the trauma of these searches for such a minimal result in stopping the supply of illicit drugs. And beyond the human toll, which shouldn't be discounted at any rate, is this really the best and most efficient use of police time and resources? This question should be considered in the context that police sniffer dogs are heavily used in initiating strip searches. As reported by The Guardian, between 2013 and 2023, the sniffer dog program cost the public $46 million. During this time, sniffer dogs incorrectly indicated the presence of drugs 75% of the time. Is this a good return on investment for the people of New South Wales? Successive public polling and reporting suggests that the community would prefer to see money spent on harm minimisation methods such as pill testing, something I've advocated for in this House and I was proud to see piloted at a festival in Wollong earlier this year. Community health initiatives and fighting organised crime, rather than expensive, ineffective search programs which cause significant trauma and harm to children and young people, are what we need. The experts agree, so much so that the 2024 Drug Summit, which many here attended, recommended discontinuing the use of sniffer dogs and strip searches at festivals. I wholeheartedly support that recommendation and I'll continue to advocate for it amongst my colleagues. Strip searches are dehumanising, traumatising and crucially they're ineffective at catching those who carry illegal drugs especially those supplying drugs. Strip searches in public places,
member's
particularly of
time
children and
has
young people,
expired.
should have no place in New South Wales.